In the shadowy heart of Eastern Europe, in the 15th century, a man ruled with an iron fist and an unsettling taste for cruelty. His name was Vlad III, Prince of Wallachia. To some, he was a hero who defended his people against foreign invaders. To others, he was a flesh and blood monster, whose thirst for blood would inspire one of literature's most feared and enduring figures, Dracula. But who was this man, really? And where does the true story end, and the legend begin? The tale starts in 1431, in Sighiora, Transylvania, part of what is now Romania. Vlad was born into an age of political instability, marked by constant wars between the Ottoman Empire and the Christian kingdoms of Europe. His father, Vlad II Dracula, was a member of the Order of the Dragon, a knightly society sworn to defend Christendom against the Turks. The nickname Dracula came from this title, and his son would inherit the variation Dracula, meaning son of the dragon, or, as many whispered, son of the devil. But Vlad's childhood was far from a chivalric tale. As a boy, he and his younger brother Radu were taken hostage by the Ottoman Sultan. This was a common practice to ensure local rulers remained loyal to their more powerful overlords. During these years in captivity, Vlad learned about politics, military strategy, and fear. Some say he witnessed, as a teenager, the brutal punishments the Turks inflicted on their enemies. Perhaps it was there that he learned that terror could be as powerful as the sword. When Vlad finally returned to Wallachia, he found a throne as unstable as the land it ruled. It was a small territory, but one caught between empires that loathed each other. To keep power, he would have to face treacherous nobles, external enemies, and above all, the specter of disobedience. It was in this crucible that his fearsome reputation was forged. Vlad believed that to rule was to control through fear. And his macabre signature would be written into history, impalement. This was a slow, horrifying method of execution in which the victim was pierced by a wooden stake, often beginning through the lower body, and left exposed until death, which could take hours, or even days. It was not merely punishment. It was theater. A calculated spectacle of horror, designed to send a clear message: defy Vlad, and the price would be too high. Accounts from the time, many exaggerated, some shaped by political enemies, describe scenes fit for a nightmare. Chronicles speak of forests of impaled corpses, thousands of prisoners displayed as a grotesque warning to any who dared to invade Wallachia. One tale, perhaps more legend than fact, tells of the time when Ottoman envoys came to negotiate and refused to remove their turbans as a sign of respect. Vlad, with a cold smile, ordered that the turbans be nailed to their heads, while they were still alive. Yet Vlad did not see himself as a tyrant. In his own eyes, he was a defender. He protected his borders against Turkish invasions, kept order with an iron hand, and crushed internal rebellions. For many peasants, he was a just ruler as long as you did not break the rules. In parts of Romania, his reputation as a hero still stands, remembered as a symbol of resistance against foreign domination. So how did this blood-soaked prince become the immortal vampire we know as Dracula? The answer lies in the 19th century. In 1897, Irish writer Bram Stoker published his novel Dracula. Stoker likely never visited Romania, but he drew on historical accounts of Vlad to shape his villain's personality: cold, ruthless, and shrouded in death. While the literary Dracula was a supernatural being who drank blood, the essence of terror came straight from the real man who had terrorized southeastern Europe 4 centuries earlier. Over time, legend devoured reality. Vlad the Prince was replaced by Vlad the Vampire. Hollywood cemented this image, and the world began to associate Transylvania not with real lands, but with a realm of dark castles, howling wolves, and creatures of the night. Yet, in the end, the truth may be more disturbing than the fiction. For unlike the invented vampire, Vlad was human. His cruelty came not from supernatural powers, but from calculated political choices. And that, perhaps, is the most chilling thought. Absolute evil needs no fangs, nor immortality, only a man with power, and no hesitation in using it. Today, Vlad the Impaler remains an enigma. To some, a historical monster who bathed in the blood of his victims. To others, a national hero who did what was necessary to protect his people. The only certainty is that, more than 500 years after his death, his name still echoes, sometimes as a warning, sometimes as a myth in the shadows of history. And so, the question lingers: did the legend of Dracula survive for so long because it was frightening, or because, at its heart, it carried a disturbing echo of the truth?